out there. I am Raleigh Brown. I'm here with Charlie the dog, who is camped out almost right beneath the video cam. And I see Rhonda Scott Merrick is here, and Heidi and Jerry and Dave Van Allen. Steve DeHaas was the first man in, but he's on YouTube, so he can get in early. But hello to you too, Steve, and Bob McKenna, Warren Bendler, and Janelle. Folks are trooping in here, and we'll have some music in a moment. In the meantime, we can clink. Here's to you all with the Clonkophonic mug. Warmed over coffee, but still good. So, Carol Pratt is here, Kathy Marzik, Ellen O'Brien, Charlie Bryant, the Clown Prince of Raleigh World, Ken Nashif, you got a request coming up here, Ken, a dog song, and Kate Mack out on the West Coast, Aretta and Ron, and Dwight told me you stopped into the store, Ron. Sounded like a good shopping expedition. And Karen Beatty is here. Love you too, Karen. And John Rossi, Mike Stillman, Slim Edelman, who also has the first request for this morning. And Linda Worster. Hi, Linda. And Deb Levy Clark. Yes, Deb, I see you. You're here. And Ann Mintz is here. And the first tune is named for Ann Mintz. And so we got a pretty good crew here already, so let's get on with it. So this is Salvo and Ann Mintz. Salvo and Ann Mintz. One of my favorites of my own instrumentals, and I'm playing the Prue guitar this morning. I just had it out. I was going to experiment with some alternate tunings and stuff, and was sitting here playing with this, and it just sounded so good. I thought I'd use it today. This guitar and the pre-war guitar, which I usually use these days, are the two best sounding guitars I own. I'm really fond of them both. But the pre-war guitar is newer, so I'm still a little more entranced by that. So this one's been sitting a little more, but it does not detract from its beauty and power. So let me back up just a little bit here and see if I'm missing anyone. Michael Tierson is here, and Clifford Wagner listening with Anne, and David Arthur Radcliffe and Mike Verbick. And happy birthday to Oreo the dog, 3 years old today. And this next song is a tribute to dogs everywhere. And Carol Pred says Lori Payne is here, but I still can't see her. So Lori, we're going to have to talk. We're going to have to message each other and see if we can figure this out. And who else am I missing? Debbie Moore just finished her coffee. Well, so it goes. And they had some bad weather yesterday. We had huge flooding. I don't have any pictures for you, but our park was totally underwater yesterday when finally the rain ended. And we had Charlie and Rick and Maxie and me, we had to curtail our walk because we just could hardly get anywhere because the Janice's bench was like this deep in water, and that was the high point, like other stuff was way down there. Anyhow, Dave Mason is here, Donna Greenberg is here. Today it's beautiful and sunny here, by the way. And like the usual crew, Jack Haas up there in Connecticut, and Bill Rubenstein, who would be in Connecticut, but I suspect he's in Italy right now. Hi, Bill, and looking forward to seeing you in a few months, if that works out. And there we are. That's Jackie Damsky. Hi, Jackie, and Audrey Bernheimer. Audrey, I hope you got my note. I linked the previous concert to you if you want to go back and watch it. And like that, all that stuff. So this song is for Oreo the dog, for Charlie the dog, and for all good dogs everywhere, which is really most dogs trying to be good. It starts with a look, meeting eye to eye. Make her glad to see you. Let her know you're her guy. It's important to give at least as much as you get. Don't expect her to love you if you haven't earned it yet. Give her something to chew on. Let her know that you'll play. If you have the right timing, she won't wander away. Don't try to control her. She'll rebel in the end. Make your dog want to please you. That's how she'll become your best friend. If she seems to defy you, you better step up your game. Throw away those dry milk bones. Roast chicken might just light her flame. Reward her for sit, stay, heel, till it's all humdrum. But you'll know that you've won her heart when you get her to come. Now I know what you're thinking. would this work with romance? If you're tender and caring, you just might have a chance. It starts with a look, a sensitive dialogue, to improve your love life. Treat your sweetheart like you treat your dog. Words of wisdom, if I do say so myself. Let me see who else I'm missing here. I see John Hubner stopped in. Hello, John, and Mike Stillman. But we will just keep moving on. Now, this next one was a request from my old friend Robin Stratton. She may show up and may not show up. I don't know. I rarely see her comment here. She might sometimes watch. She's out there in Ohio, and has been a pal for a long time. So this is one I've never played before, but I messed around with it for the last couple days. And I think this was on the very first album I ever bought was A Steady Date with Tommy Sands. And it wasn't Tommy Sands, the British Isles singer. It was Tommy Sands, the young American teen idol. And but the second LP I ever bought was Wonderful, Wonderful by Johnny Mathis. And I believe this song is on that album, but I'm not sure. Anyhow, it's Walking My Baby Back Home. I didn't do that intro before. Let me figure out da 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 da. Okay, let's try that again. Nah, I'm not gonna be able to do the intro. Little mental slip there. Okay, we'll try it once more. Walking my baby back home. And a few more people checked in. Claude Galinsky and Mel Green. Hi to you guys. Part of the Sam W. contingent there. And Chris Landry over there on YouTube. And Frank Mato over there in Euclid, Ohio, the land of my birth, or at least my upbringing. Walking my baby back home. It's a nice tune. So it's announcement time. So as usual, there is a PayPal link right there, and a Venmo link if you'd like to contribute to show us that you enjoy the music and help buy Charlie the dog his dog treats and such. It's always welcome, never expected. And then there are also the Invisibles, and Lori Payne has become one of the Invisibles. Such a shame, we have to figure that out. And along with that, Mario Prue, who built this beautiful guitar, is an Invisible, and Joel Buget over there in France, and Judith Fox, and Kit Serikaku, and George Young. The Invisibles are growing again. This isn't a good thing. And so some announcements. Last night I went to see my friends Janie Rothfield and Alan Carr at the local coffee house. And Alan is from Scotland, Janie's from the United States. They've been together for 40-some years. And it was a lovely show. Janie is just a super world-class fiddler, and plays really good banjo, and Alan plays guitar really well, and also cittern, I think was the other instrument he was playing last night, or octave mandolin, one of those things. And their daughter Shanna sat in with them on some of the tunes, and she also is a really accomplished musician, and the three-part harmony was lovely. They're doing a house concert at Ann Mintz's house tonight, and Ann, if there's still seats for that, you might want to mention how to get one here on this link. Anyhow, and the other thing I want to mention, I want to continue mentioning, is that I'll be teaching at a couple camps this summer, and one of them is Steve Kaufman's acoustic camp in Maryville, Tennessee, down near Knoxville. And that's the week of June 9th, something like that. And you could go to flatpick.com, FLATPIK, no C, .com, and find out about that. And I'll also be at Sam W., which is my home camp, I think of it as. And that will be June, like 10th through the 16th, I think it is, something like that. July, I mean. So Kaufman Camp in June, Sam W. in July, and you could find out about that one by going to WUMB, that's the radio station of the University of Mass, Boston, WUMB.org, and then you click on camps and you can get your way. I'm teaching week 1 this year. So, and those are great experiences. If you're a musician of any kind and you've never done a guitar camp like this is just the greatest, for probably what it would cost you to stay at a motel for 7 days. You get to stay at this either a rustic or not so rustic camp. I won't tell you which is which, but you get to stay at the camp. You get to hang out with a bunch of other people who love to talk about music and play music 24/7. You get world-class instructors. I'm not, necessarily. I won't say anything about me, but my fellow instructors at these camps are just great musicians and always really good people. If they're not really nice people, they don't get into the camp thing, and they just don't do it. But think about it. Think about a guitar camp this summer. And I don't think I have too much else to say. Charlie the dog has been a pretty good boy for the last few days. he's sleeping now. I think I'm going to start taking a snapshot of him before each concert, and then I can show it to you during the concert, because he's always in a place where you can't get a camera on him. And we will move on with the schedule. Today is Sunday, and I am on. And Monday, I don't know who's on. Tuesday, I'm pretty sure Cozy is still traveling and will not be on, but you can check her page. There's nothing on there this morning. And Charlie just got excited and knocked over my Bert Jansch live CD set. Thank you, Michael Tierson. And there's Charlie. You can see him. He's plopping down just out of camera down there. I don't know what got him over there, but he just suddenly jumped up, and the camera did return to a reasonable place. So we'll just go on. And then Wednesday, I'll be back at 3 p.m., and that's the schedule as far as I know it. Okay? So next up, this is a request from Kit Serikaku, who asked for it she asked for it last week as a request after the requests were already chosen. And I told her, ask a little earlier next week. And Kit, rather than giving me a, yeah, it was almost like an earthquake, Slim. Kit, rather than giving me one song, lists like a set list for me to do. And they're all nice songs, but some of them. And speaking of that, one of the things that she and Lori also always ask for is The Highwayman by Phil Ochs. The Phil Ochs set to music, the Alfred Noyes poem, the famous poem, narrative. And I can't sing it. It's just hard on my voice to sing it and uncomfortable. And it's long. So I've kind of quit singing it. And along those same lines, this is for Warren. Warren had asked for something by Bert Jansch. And on Wednesday, I played two things by Bert Jansch. I played Angie, and I played Ramblin's Gonna Be the Death of Me. And I didn't want to play either of those again. I thought about playing Renardine, and I realized that Renardine occupies the same place, that to play the Bert Jansch arrangement of it, it's really hard for me to sing. So I was making coffee this morning, and I was kind of singing it to myself to make sure I knew all the lyrics. And then I said, well, what key am I singing in? Because this feels real comfortable. And I went over and plucked a guitar string, and it was in a key that was way far away from where I usually sing it, and way far away from anywhere. Like I would have to capo at the 7th fret and be able to reach up here somewhere if I was playing Bert's arrangement. So I said, well, you know what? I'm going to do my own arrangement of it. So that'll be a work in progress, and I'll work on that, and I'll come back with a Jansch-esque arrangement of Renardine in the key of C instead of the key of D. And Rich Fowler is here, and let me see if I'm missing anybody else. I don't think so. I think I got most of you. I think I said hi to Keith Shaw. Anyhow, here we go. This is one of mine. And wait, before I start, there's Patrick Landeza. Hi, Patrick. It's very nice to see you here. Patrick and I taught at the Swannanoa Gathering several years long ago, probably in the 00s. So now that I've said hi to Patrick, I hope you're doing well, buddy. And Patrick would always do a luau at the end of the camp, and we'd have all those good Hawaiian, to the best abilities of the staff at Warren Wilson College. We'd have a real luau under Patrick's supervision. Nice memories, those. On the road long ago, back when my ducks were all in a row, up on stage with an old friend, we played our songs, we took a break, then I made my first mistake. My whole life's been up and down since then. standing there with a glass of beer, just taking in the atmosphere, when an old flame snuck in and stole a kiss. If I knew then what I know now, I probably would have known just how destiny would steal much more than this. Fate, such a funny thing. A life can turn on the beat of a butterfly's wing. Time so bitter, time so sweet. It all began on Hessler Street. From that day my life changed. All my plans were disarranged. I was living under a spell. Now I'd love to blame somebody else, but I had done it to myself. In time I knew it all too well. The summer went by in a flash. My former life had turned to ash. There was no one to whom I could return. When the whole thing fell apart, there I sat with my broken heart and one sad lesson to learn. Fate, such a funny thing. A life can turn on the beat of a butterfly's wing. Time so bitter, time so sweet. It all began on Hessler Street. Now if I could go back and take one more try at that first mistake, there's no telling where I'd be. But you roll the dice, you take your shot, then you learn to live with what you've got. What could have been remains a mystery. Fate is such a funny thing. A life can turn on the beat of a butterfly's wing. Time so bitter, time so sweet. It all began on Hessler Street. Everything turned on Hessler Street. So, as I said, the last night I was at the Percy Patchworks Coffee House to see Janie and Alan, and this guy came up to me. I forget his name, but he's a regular there, and he had come up to me when I played there a month ago and said, "It's not Hessler Street, it's Hessler Road." And he's probably right, but everybody I know always called it, they said the Hessler Street Fair, so they're saying the Hessler Street Fair, but I'm still calling it Hessler Street. I told him, you know, artistic license, it's Hessler Street for me. So, Pam Zappardino, and I see Gloria Van Winkle there. Gloria lost her brother a while back, and I'm very sorry for you, Gloria. It sounds like sometimes people need grief therapy after something like that. And let's move on here. So this one was a request from Carol Pred, who often requests these beautiful jazz standards. And this one is You Go to My Head. You Go to My Head, requested by Carol Pred. I see that Susan Douglas is here, and she'll have to catch most of it on replay. And there was an unfamiliar name. A bloke from England is here. And Dolores Bolin. Welcome aboard, Dolores. Glad you like that song. And Jeanette Hubner is here. And Jeanette, who is a former Clevelander, says it is Hessler Street, if you Google a map for it. So I'm sticking with Hessler Street no matter what. Okay, so I have one more for you today, and this was requested by Sharon March, and she's on the West Coast, so I purposely put this one last. So she might be awake, but I don't see her name on here, but she can see the replay. And this is one I wrote, and it was... And I hear that my buddy Warren Bendler has covered this. I have to go back and find the tape of that and watch it, for the video of it. And it is a true, an ostensibly true story, written about by Barry Holston Lopez in his book of Wolves and Men. And it's the story of a wolf girl. Her mama died giving birth one night. No one in sight to help deliver. They found no babe when they came next day. There's hungry wolves, they say, on Devil's River. 10 years past, Apache warriors say, they've seen tracks, strange footprints one day. They see tracks of young wolves at play, and of a child, so they say, on Devil's River. The white men come with their fire and guns. They're gonna catch someone on Devil's River. And in a canyon, they finally cornered their proof. They caught a young girl, drove off a wolf. They tied her hands and they took her back, locked her up in a shack on Devil's River. Many wolves on the prowl that night. They heard her howl that night. All the cattle spooked, the cowboys watched them till dawn. They returned, they found the wolf girl was gone. heard this tale, mine and silver ore, just a tale and nothing more, on Devil's River. But late last month, when the moon was full, I saw two wolves with one young girl. On Devil's River. On Devil's River. I see my old buddy Jim Greco was here. When Patrick Landesa was here earlier, I neglected to mention, when I talked about his cooking abilities, that he's a great slack key style Hawaiian guitar player as well. So thank you for joining me, and I send you off with this mantra. Be happy and be healthy. Be brave and be calm. Be kind, it's a snap. And if you get cranky, take a nap. Bye-bye. Have a great beginning of the week. I'll hope to see you all on Wednesday.